Is there anything more exciting than seeing the future of the New York Giants finally put pen to paper? Arvell Reese has officially signed his rookie contract, locking in our number 5 overall pick and completing our entire 2026 draft class. This is massive because we finally have our defensive centerpiece secured before training camp shifts into high gear. The athleticism this kid brings is rare, and the more details come out, the harder it is to ignore what is going on behind the scenes. My name is Lucas. Please hit like, subscribe, and comment your name and city below. We are a brand new channel pushing toward our first 500 subscribers, and every single person who joins this community helps us keep going. Let's get into it. The New York Giants have officially finalized their 2026 draft class after signing first-round linebacker Arvell Reese to his rookie contract. Selected 5th overall, the 20-year-old talent out of Ohio State is officially in the fold, ensuring all 7 of our newest prospects are under team control. Reese arrives with high expectations following a standout collegiate career where he played 38 games and logged 112 tackles, 7 sacks, and 13.5 tackles for loss. His final season as a Buckeye was his most productive, featuring career highs of 69 tackles and 6.5 sacks, earning him status as a consensus All-American and the Big Ten's Butkus Fitzgerald Linebacker of the Year. Coach John Harbaugh expressed genuine excitement during rookie minicamp, noting that Reese moves with the fluidity of a smaller athlete despite his impressive 6'4", 240-pound frame. His 4.46-second 40-yard dash at the 2026 NFL Combine further validated his rare athletic profile. And that changes everything for our defensive front, as fans have been eager to see if his natural instincts translate from the practice field to the speed of the professional game. The fan base is naturally electrified by the prospect of adding such a high-caliber defender to our rotation, especially given his disciplined, serious approach to the game. Seeing a top 5 pick signed and ready for training camp provides a tangible sense of relief and optimism that the front office has secured its core defensive pillar for the long term. Yet, as we celebrate having the full draft class signed, a quiet tension remains regarding the defensive scheme itself. With so many moving parts across the roster and new additions like Reese looking to prove their worth immediately, we have to ask, how exactly will Harbaugh balance the high-octane skill of this young linebacker against the heavy rotation of veteran defensive linemen we have recently brought on board? The arrival of Arvell Reese is not just about signing a draft pick. It marks the total completion of a high-stakes roster renovation that saw our organization completely overhaul the defensive identity following the departure of Dexter Lawrence. This transition started when Joe Schoen finalized that massive trade with Cincinnati, trading away our defensive anchor to secure the 10th pick alongside our top 5 selection, creating the draft capital necessary to prioritize speed and modern versatility at the linebacker position. We are talking about a consensus All-American who managed 112 tackles and 6.5 sacks during his final season at Ohio State, proving he can impact the game from sideline to sideline. The bottom line here is that our coaching staff views this 20-year-old as a foundational piece who possesses the rare, fluid movement skills of a smaller defensive back while carrying the 240-pound frame of a traditional thumper. Historically, it is rare for a franchise to lean this heavily into such a young, unproven talent at the heart of the defense. But the scouting department clearly believes his ability to flip his hips and track runners in open space will redefine our scheme under this current staff. While the front office remains tight-lipped during these summer workouts, the internal expectation is that his rapid grasp of complex defensive assignments will allow him to bypass the typical rookie learning curve. With every member of the 2026 class now signed and accounted for, the front office has successfully navigated a turbulent spring of roster turnover, clearing out veterans to make room for this infusion of youth. We have seen teams attempt this type of aggressive youth movement before, but rarely with the level of confidence displayed by this specific group as they prepare for the upcoming grind of the regular season. The ink is finally dry on the rookie contract for Arvell Reese, and for us as fans, this marks the official conclusion of our 2026 draft business. Securing the 5th overall pick ensures our entire incoming class is prepared to contribute immediately, which is a massive relief as we approach the grind of the regular season. This signing solidifies our defensive foundation, providing a high-caliber playmaker who has already turned heads with his 4.46-second speed during training camp. Here is where it gets interesting as we look at how this reshapes our depth chart. With Reese joining the fold, we possess a rare combination of size and agility that allows our defensive coordinator to get creative against modern passing attacks. His presence gives us the versatility to match up against the high-octane offenses we are scheduled to face within our own division. When we line up against the Eagles or the Commanders later this year, having a linebacker who can flip his hips and track down elite talent in space is going to be the difference between a stop on third down and a fresh set of downs for the opposition. We have seen significant turnover on our roster throughout the spring, but adding a consensus All-American with the work ethic Reese displayed at Ohio State provides the kind of stability that wins championships. This move pushes our playoff aspirations to the forefront, as our front office has clearly prioritized speed and intelligence to counter the tactical threats posed by our divisional rivals. We are not just filling roster spots anymore, we are building a cohesive unit designed to compete for the postseason from week 1. With our draft class fully under contract and the depth chart becoming clearer, the expectations for this season have officially reached a new and exciting level for every supporter. Securing Arvell Reese, our 5th overall pick, is a major win for the franchise as we now have our entire 2026 draft class under contract. The clear upside here is his rare physical profile, standing over 6 feet 4 inches while weighing over 240 pounds, yet moving with the agility of a much smaller athlete. His productivity at Ohio State, culminating in 69 tackles and 6.5 sacks last season, suggests a high floor for a linebacker who can impact the game in multiple ways. Let's be real, the downside remains the transition from the college game to the NFL, where processing speed is magnified and mistakes are punished instantly by veteran quarterbacks. Critics across the league are already questioning if a 20-year-old can handle the heavy mental load required in John Harbaugh's scheme, especially with the high expectations placed on a top 5 selection. While analysts are comparing his ceiling to the disruptive nature of players like Sonny Styles, I am cautious about heaping too much pressure on such a young man immediately. Personally, I think the excitement surrounding his 4.46-second 40-yard dash is warranted, but we must remember that raw speed does not always equate to early professional success. The way I see it, while Reese looked natural in practice and showed quick absorption of our defensive assignments, the real test will come when the pads start popping in preseason games against established competition. It is easy for coaches to praise a player in a controlled environment, but performing under the bright lights of a regular season Sunday is an entirely different beast. I prefer to keep my expectations measured until he proves he can maintain that consensus All-American form against the complex offensive schemes he will face this year. We have the raw talent, but now we need the consistency to match his immense potential. Signing number 5 overall pick Arvell Reese cements a pivotal transition for our organization as we secure the entire 2026 draft class under contract. This move signals that Joe Schoen and John Harbaugh are committed to building a roster defined by youth, athleticism, and versatility. By locking in a consensus All-American who hits the field at 6'4" and 240 pounds with 4.46-second speed, we are clearly shifting toward a defensive identity built on speed and raw talent. The part fans are not ready for is just how rapidly these young men might transform our defensive production given the high expectations surrounding this group. You should feel immense optimism heading into this season, primarily because the coaching staff has already confirmed that the rookie's transition from Ohio State has been seamless and diligent. Seeing a 20-year-old talent match his impressive tape with immediate impact in practice creates a foundation of stability that we have craved for seasons. With the addition of veterans like DJ Reader and Shelby Harris supporting this influx of youthful energy, our defensive front appears significantly more balanced and ready for the rigors of a full campaign. The sheer depth of the 2026 class provides us with the necessary insurance and upside to remain competitive as we refine our identity under this new leadership regime. Does Arvell Reese possess the specific skill set to become our Defensive Rookie of the Year? If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. We are still pushing toward our first 500 subscribers, and every one of you helps us get there. Big Blue, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep cheering for the Giants through every single snap and heart-stopping moment as we look forward to dominating the competition during this upcoming exciting season.